What's up guys, Frizzy here. There's been a lot of discussion on the new character Zhongli. Some say he's really weak, but is that actually the case? So after about 7 hours of playtesting and gathering data, I thought I'd share my take on Zhongli. To be honest, the more tests I did, the more interesting this character gets. And hopefully after watching this video you'll get a better picture on Zhongli. So first, let's look at some base stats, and this is where Zhongli looks really bad. His base attack at level 90 is only 251, ranking him the second lowest in all 5 stars. Compared to the highest 5 star, which is Diluc, he is 84 lower. That's about the same base attack difference between a 4 star weapon and a 5 star weapon. And it is a pretty big deal in the late game. His normal attack percentages are also very low, weaker than Xiangling, with or without the Crescent Pike passive, so playing Zhongli as a physical main DPS is not the best idea in the late game. The part I think people really underestimate on Zhongli is his elemental skill. When tapping it, it will summon a pillar. The pillar deals geo damage every 2 seconds, and it will cause every geo construct near it to resonate and do the same damage every 2 seconds. Now the resonance from the pillar can actually generate energy orbs, and this is where Zhongli is really good. Each pillar lasts about 30 seconds, and after testing it a bunch, it seems to generate energy orbs at 50% chance per resonance. Adding more constructs or a second pillar doesn't seem to increase the orb generation at all. Only one pillar can generate orbs at a time, and it seems to have an internal cooldown, so that is a bit strange. But it still means Zhongli can summon an orb engine and continuously feed energy to your main damage dealer with just one button. When there are free constructs on the field, which is currently the maximum amount, free resonance at skill level 7 will output 72% geo damage per second as AoE, which is actually pretty good. Compared to another off-field ability, Facial does 133% per second, and that is single target. Zhongli can continuously output AoE geo damage while off the field with 0 downtime, and produce geo energy at the same time. Since his ultimate only costs 40 energy to use, he can swap in to drop the meteor very frequently. This makes him a pretty good off-field damage dealer. For example, here we can start a combo with Zhongli ultimate, summon a bunch of geo constructs after, and switch to a geo damage dealer. Due to the low energy cost, with just a little bit of energy recharge, he can gain enough energy while being off the field and spam the ultimate every time it is off cooldown. Another interesting combo is that the pillar can actually resonate with Geo Traveler's ultimate, and the Geo Traveler ultimate does not count towards the free maximum constructs, meaning you can use it to further boost Zhongli's resonance damage. So to summarize, I think Zhongli is best played as a secondary, off-field damage dealer. He can provide continuous damage with the pillar, while feeding the team with more energy, and spam the ultimate if there is another source of geo energy. Currently his best partner is definitely Ningguang, and any powerful geo characters released in the future will make Zhongli better. Also keep in mind that continuous geo damage means it will also produce a lot of shield crystals, so if acquiring shield becomes important in future content, for example let's say super difficult co-op dungeons, Zhongli can be a god tier shield generator for the team. Now the main competition for Zhongli is the Geo Traveler, who is actually an insane geo support. Geo Traveler's elemental skill will produce 3 to 4 geo energy orbs with just 6 seconds cooldown, and his ultimate gives the team 10% critical rate bonus while doing decent damage. Compared to the Traveler, Zhongli isn't much better at supporting a geo team in the current meta, and the Traveler is free. So I do think Zhongli is a poor value pick if you are a free-to-play or light spender. Geo team is also weaker by design since their reactions don't do damage, and survivability has never been a focus in MiHoYo games. Finally, let's talk about a very big issue with Zhongli. The Geo reaction Crystallize removes the element that was applied and drops a shield crystal. For other Geo characters, this isn't a big deal, but Zhongli continuously deals Geo damage in 2 seconds interval with the pillar. So the pillar will continuously take off elements applied to the enemy, making it harder to do other reactions. So if you put Zhongli in a normal team with other elements, it can possibly ruin the team synergy. There is one exception. With Visual, you can use the Crystallize with odds to trigger Lightning Smite, but overall Zhongli's power level is entirely dependent on the power level of other Geo-type characters. And that's it for this video. Overall, I don't think Zhongli is that bad. He's just an average character with decent performance in specific teams. He does have some future potential when more powerful Geo damage dealers gets released, but for now I don't recommend getting him. Like and share if you find this video useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.